Oh, sorry. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Pittsburgh. Today is July 28th. I'm Stephanie Pulowski, commissioned lay minister with this church. For those with visual challenges, I am in my 40s, brownish graying hair. I wear glasses and I'm wearing a black and gray striped t-shirt dress. With me today is guest speaker Michael Safran. He has been a member of First Church for over 10 years. Michael is married to Tracy and lives in Verona, where they watch their boys, Jeremy and Benjamin, become teenagers. They share their home with their dog Zoe, 2 cats, Ollie and Xander, and 4 chickens, Bella, Daisy, Ruby, and Summer, but the chickens stay outside. You should have brought one of the chickens today with us. That would have been exciting. For anyone interested in a mindfulness-based stress reduction course, please speak with Michael after the service. It's truly a pleasure to have Michael speaking to us again. You are welcome here. If you are watching now or in the future, you are welcome. If you're a longtime member or brand new, you are welcome here. We Unitarian Universalists are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We're a multi-faith religious community where all are welcome, diversity is celebrated, and questions are expected. We are all growing, all learning, all loved. Just as you are welcome. If this is your first time with us, we would love to be in touch with you. If you have not already done so, please go to our welcome desk in the atrium. Or if you're on YouTube, visit our website, just Google First Unitarian Pittsburgh and sign up for our weekly newsletter found at the bottom of the page. If you are watching us online, you're invited to join us for social time on Zoom following this service. To get a Zoom link, please send an email to firstunitarianpittsburgh@gmail.com. If you're here in person, please join us for a social hour following the service downstairs. I invite you now to take a deep breath. Arrive in body or in spirit and picture yourself connected to all others who are watching today and in the future. Now please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing our opening hymn, hymn number 354, We Laugh, We Cry. We will only be singing verses 1 and 4. So again, 354, verses 1 and 4. Please be seated. And I realize I messed up the order of service, trying so hard not to skip the opening hymn. I put it in the wrong place. So we'll turn now to our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. If you have a chalice at home, we invite you to light it at this time. We light this chalice with the words of Ben Sewell: out of the darkness, light; out of the light, warmth; out of the warmth, joy; out of the joy, togetherness. May this flame hold us for the time we are here with one another. May this flame burn bright in your heart and mind as we worship together. Please join me in reading our collective reading, which is printed in your order of service, our principles. We covenant to affirm and promote the inherent worth and dignity of every person, justice, equity, and compassion in human relations, acceptance of one another, and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregations, a free and responsible search for truth and meaning, the right of conscience, and the use of the democratic process within our congregations and in society at large. The goal of world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all. Respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. Journeying towards spiritual wholeness by working to build a diverse, multicultural, beloved community by our actions that accountably dismantle racism and other oppressions in ourselves and in our institutions.
Good morning. Can we have some children to come up on stage? Come on up. How are you? Indigo, come on up. We're going to read some poems. Do you want to read some poems with me? Just like being at school. Clementine? Oops. All right. Thanks for coming up, buddy. You ready to read? Has your mom been helping you with your reading this summer? You want to read a poem? Huh? No? Okay. You're a little nervous. Can I ask you a few questions after I'm done reading the poem? Okay, cool. So a long, long time ago, there was a wonderful poet named Shel Silverstein. Did you ever hear of him? Did you ever hear of him? Okay, cool. You'll have to tell your mom to rush out to the bookstore and buy you a... There you go. So I have 3 poems that I'm going to read. They've kind of been favorites of mine for a long time. So I'll start with the first one. And if you know these poems, please feel free to join in. Some of you may have them memorized. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts, the impossibles, the won'ts. Listen to the never haves, then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. What do you think that's about?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, what that means is, Casper, whenever you grow up, you can do anything you want if you put your mind to it. And here's another one. I will not play at tug of war. I'd rather play hug of war, where everyone hugs instead of tugs, where everyone giggles and rolls on the rug, where everyone kisses and everyone grins and everyone cuddles and everyone wins. That's a pretty cool one, huh? And the last one, no teacher, preacher, parent, friend, or wise man can decide. What's right for you, just listen to the voice that speaks inside. Do you have a little voice inside you that speaks sometimes? Yeah, good. Do you listen to it? What's it sound like? What's it sound like?
Like that.
Oh, okay. All right, well, thank you for coming up and listening to my poems. We'll see you later on.
Please join in singing hymn number 395, Sing and Rejoice.
Every month, we share our generosity with a designated organization that shares our values. This month, it is Planned Parenthood of Western Pennsylvania. All donations are shared 50-50 with this organization unless otherwise designated. Our religious community is made up of volunteers and staff creating and hosting a variety of programming. We rely on your financial support. In addition to the collection plate, you can donate by texting GIVE to 412-435-1050 and following the directions. Please check the end of the order of service for alternative options to give. The offering will now be gratefully received to support the work, the wonder, and the witness of this religious community.
So you may notice in your order of service that there's a note to join in singing the refrain. So I've been working on this hymn for a couple of years. It's a work in progress, but the refrain has been finished and you are welcome to join with me.
I need no other argument, I need no other plea. It is enough that love will be the road, the door, the key. My faith has found a resting place, not in device nor creed. I trust the ever-living one, the flower, the fruit, the seed. I need no other argument, I need no other plea. It is enough that love will be the road, the door, the key. Enough for me that I will go a pilgrim in love's fold, and that the tender hand of grace will lead my willing soul. I need no other argument, I need no other plea. It is enough that love will be the road, the door, the
We hold each other in our hearts and minds with all our joys and all our sorrows. We remember those who are experiencing losses of various kinds and those facing health challenges. We are aware that many are faced with heightened difficulties presented by these times that continue to be challenging for us all. May those who suffer or mourn find peace. May those who hunger or thirst be quenched with nourishment and sated with the elixir of life. May those who have experienced violence find care and comfort and the healing that comes in time. May all of us find the loving kindness which is ours to share. May we open our hearts and minds to encircle with love and care all in our community and beyond. So may it be. Amen, namaste, and blessed be. You're invited to share a few moments of silence, personal meditation, and prayer. In the words of Liz Weber, Spirit of life, help us to be present with all that is our life, both our deepest sorrows and our greatest joys, so that we can truly live, engaging fully in our own life and in our community. Spirit of community, help us to know how linked we are, how each one of us care touches us all. Help us to ask for support when we are in need and offer our support to others when we are able, so that we may rest in the solace of one another's love. Spirit of love, help us to love our neighbor as we love ourselves, so that we might fully embody love and resist hatred. Spirit of resistance, help us to stick up for what is right even when we are tired or afraid. Help us to dream of the world as it should be and act to bring that world about. Help us to find hope each day. Spirit of hope, help us through this day and each day. Help us to be present for all that is our life. For all this we pray. Amen, and blessed be.
Please join in singing hymn number 109, Meditation on Breathing.
When I breathe in,
This is a reading. I've been reading a lot of books by young Pueblo, and this was in one of the chapters. If you want to awaken all of humanity, then awaken all of yourself. If you want to eliminate the suffering in the world, then eliminate all that is dark and negative in yourself. Truly, the greatest gift that you can give is that of your own self-transformation. Lao Tzu.
Please join in singing hymn number 1053, How Could Anyone?
Good morning. Welcome, travelers.
Good morning.
How are you? I'm going to move this up a little bit. Okay. So I want to first off thank Ellen and Stephanie for pointing me in the right direction, or I probably wouldn't have made it here today. So, we all need each other to thrive. What does it mean to thrive? The definition is to prosper, be fortunate or successful, and also to grow or develop vigorously, flourish. I like the word flourish. It keeps it simple without too many judgments or expectations. I have come to believe in my life that every moment in our lives we are presented with a gift of wonder, beauty, sheer joy, like the buzzing sound of a friendly visitor, our hummingbird, as it lands to sit on the feeder to sip sweet nectar while sitting on our deck. Or a young child filled with delight as they describe their most incredible story while you hold space for them to finish. And the longer one walks this earth, there will be days when one loses one's faith in a given moment. And yet we hold out for, as John Paul Sartre once wrote, life begins on the other side of despair. Many years ago, around the time that the Safran family was expanding, I was officially diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD. A time in my life when my wheels of emotions existed at about 4: surprise, anxiety, anger, and shame. The causation of GAD is from a combination of genetics, chemical and environmental factors. Genetics, the gift that keeps on giving. Our family's favorite saying, we put the fun in dysfunctional. Symptoms can result in sensory processing disorder, increased sensitivity to sight, sound, smell, or texture, social issues, and challenges with executive function. Fantastic. It just keeps getting better, right? GAD is a common anxiety disorder now, and it certainly wasn't common when I was experiencing life back when. At that time, I discovered that I actually had been living with high levels of anxiety for most of my life, which was my normal. While generalized anxiety disorder can be challenging and at times an excruciating experience, I made many lifestyle changes. I had incredible support and proper management, and with effective medication, I have managed to live a normal life in the presence of anxiety. So we have a choice to move from surviving in our lives in order to make it to thriving. We all need one another in order to do this. My personal journey toward thriving accelerated when I began practicing mindfulness meditation. I wouldn't have known what a need was back when if it came up and slapped me in the face. I was way too busy making sure everyone else's needs were taken care of to the point of personal exhaustion. It took me many years to discover boundaries and a balance between my needs and those of others in my life. At that point, I was on the road toward being able to thrive once I made all these changes. And I also discovered that I could no longer do this by myself. I had to reach out for help. It's a novel approach. Ask for help. We all need each other to thrive. So I introduced myself to the writings and recordings of Thich Nhat Hanh, and I began to read and listen to everything that he had ever written and to many recordings of his retreats. I listened and allowed the words to wash over me like a cold shower on a hot summer day, and it was refreshing. As a result, I have gotten much better in my life at accepting that change occurs moment to moment, that I rarely have control over this or that. Though I still get hijacked by my ego and taken for a wild time from time to time. These days, for a few hours, maybe a few days, and certainly no longer like the 2-week trip on the nonstop Thunderbolt roller coaster of life like it used to be. I am very grateful. Grateful for the people that I have in my life and the experiences that I'm having. And it is taking me many years of practicing waking up from forgetfulness. Forgetfulness, according to Thich Nhat Hanh, this is when you are there, but you are not there. You are caught in the past or in the future. You are not there in the present moment, living your life deeply and living mindfully. I find peace when I'm being mindful. I find joy, freedom. According to Abraham Maslow's levels of needs, human beings have physiological needs for food, water, clothing, shelter, and sleep. I suggest one additional need should be considered and that we rarely notice: mindful breathing. I choose to anchor my meditation practice with the breath. It made sense to me. It is so important and fundamental. Breathing mindfully takes me back to my true self. I'm bringing my awareness to my breath. So you're probably sitting there thinking, why is this so important? Well, we identify our breathing in and out and breathing out. In our daily life, we think way too much. Anybody out there think too much? Live up here a lot? Well, I certainly did, and I still can. When we think too much, we are not ourselves. We are not grounded in the present moment. We get lost in our past or project our thoughts about the future, which was my case with anxiety. Our body is right here, and our mind is somewhere else. Reminiscing about your child's graduation? In the bathroom? At Trader Joe's? Separated from our body, lost in thought. Breathing in and out will place us in the here and now. Breathing provides us with the clarity to make sure that we eat, hydrate ourselves, and gain the amount of sleep our body requires. All other needs cannot be met until our physiological needs are satisfied. Mindful breathing allows me to be present, practicing self-compassion, to view which needs must be fulfilled. So we all need each other to survive and to thrive. Once our basic needs are satisfied, according to Maslow, all our other needs can be met. There are a variety of human needs, I've found out, not just the 4 I was living with. Their satisfaction fluctuates within the environments we acclimate ourselves to. One in particular stands out, and that is the ability to thrive. I don't know about you, but this was a foreign concept when I was growing up. This means many things to different people. For me, being able to sit and watch a hummingbird feeding on a cool summer's evening is exquisite. For you, maybe playing your favorite piano piece late at night. This journey towards spiritual wholeness is open to all who seek it. So what conditions need to be met for all people to reach their full potential and thrive? Well, that's even a bigger question. But I am grateful, and I look to the 8th principle as a guide in leading Unitarian Universalists as a group towards spiritual wholeness within the church. I know that it is in community that we will find abundance. We must engage with one another to accomplish the impossible. Outside the church, we need to extend the principles that we hold dear that will be needed to protect our democracy in this election year. Our call to action will help others to thrive, guaranteeing all people are treated with dignity and respect. Reproductive freedom and choice are available in every state, and immigrants are welcome. So while staying in touch with your authentic self, ask yourself, is what I'm doing contributing to a healthier world? We may not be the next Jane Goodall, Mahatma Gandhi, or Thich Nhat Hanh. And you never know, you might just cause a ripple in the lake. What I'm speaking about might seem quite obvious. Then again, who doesn't need a reminder? We all need each other to thrive. Thank you.
Please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing our closing hymn, Draw the Circle. The words are printed in the order of service. Please be seated. As I extinguish the chalice flame, please join me in reading words that are read in Unitarian Universalist congregations and fellowships around the world. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Benediction is a poem by Miller Williams. Have compassion for everyone you meet, even if you don't want it. Even if they don't want it, sorry. What seems conceit, bad manners, or cynicism is always a sign of things no ears have heard, no eyes have seen. You do not know what wars are going on down there where the spirit meets the bone.
But none of them will ever love you the way I do. Just me and you, boy. And as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's ours.